We are back. Cardinals franchise. It's a pivotal year for these Cards, and we are not on a good stretch of the season. 3-7 in our last 10. We have the draft coming up in just 20 days, and we are trying to get a good idea about everyone to scout. I think we have found some gems here with these international right fielders. And yes, it was pointed out to me that having the Discover in the third spot is the best. So we'll be doing that for the future. But there's only so many days left. We have 20 days. It's not a whole lot of time for scouting. And it's heavily theorized from the comment section that David Duff could be generational. He can play left field. I don't know if he'd be great there. The speed doesn't look incredible. The arm doesn't look incredible, but he would be maybe okay defensively. And the bat looks to be very good. He looks to have elite contact, like plus to elite durability and discipline, and then plus to elite power. So that could be interesting. Gilberto Rosario, or Gilberto probably. Contact skills look pretty good. Power looks pretty good. Discipline scares me, and the speed looks good, but the defense maybe not great. I still like Darius Strawberry a lot. Can play second, third, and short. Very good speed. Discipline looks like it would be about average. Contact looks average to maybe slightly above average. Clutch, same deal. And then power, same deal. And defense could be average to plus, or even elite. So he just kind of seems like he's good at everything. And he's got the great name. And he's 5'8", 160 pounds. Classic MLB The Show prospect. So the draft is going to be a big part of this episode. We could look at a potential reliever. David Dooley's ranked very high. I know relievers are always very good in this game. Maybe we'll add him in there. Like, I'm not really into drafting pitchers, as I've talked about. But we can take a look at a couple of them. And I think we're probably beyond discovery at this point. We just need to look at players that we're probably going to bring in. Now, I talked to the Ant Ortiz, who's a big MLB The Show franchise guy. Apparently, scouting international pitchers was the way to go, or discovering. But I've been recently told that they've kind of fixed that, where it used to be really strong, and now it's not as strong. Well, we can take a look at it maybe for the final week or so. Maybe we'll find some good value at reliever or elsewhere. But as we approach the month of July, that's where the trade deadline is. And we don't want to have what happened last year happen this year. You know, we've lost 5 in a row and 6 of our last 7. Something's got to give after being swept by the Braves and being on the verge of being swept by the Orioles. Here's what we're going to do. First move, we are going to call Kyle Leahy back up. He's been performing well at AAA. He's our highest rated pitcher on the team, or starting pitcher at least. I think, no, he is the highest rated pitcher overall. He's passed Pete Fairbanks, who's not performing that well. We're going to move him back up, but he's not going to pitch in a starter role. He's going to be long relief because we called Michael McGreevy up, and Michael McGreevy has not handled the long relief role well at all. He's been shelled. Now, he's had some okay outings, but it's been too inconsistent. The last 2 have been good. But it's time to give Kyle Leahy a shot again. So McGreevy goes down. He will join the AAA rotation. And no, we don't really have a ton of... No, we do. We do have some relievers at AA. At AAA, it'll be McGreevy right back. I mean, Tank Hence, we could try him as a starter. He's had a pretty good year as a reliever. I don't know that he's ever going to end up at the big league level for us. And then at the major league level, Kyle Leahy, long relief. If he can't handle that, he's probably somebody we look to trade at the deadline. And when I say at the deadline, I mean probably even before that. If we look at the MLB trade blocks, Gunnar Henderson is an intriguing option. Byron Buxton, Logan Webb, Mason Miller. Now, the trade system in this game is not very good. We could probably end up getting some of these guys. And with the way Pete Fairbanks has performed this year, which isn't great, Mason Miller becomes quite an intriguing option. So I do think we need to make a push here. I think I want to add maybe a starter, a reliever, and a bat. We got to see who the potential good fits would be. The thing about trading for some of these players is the reason they're here, like Byron Buxton's having a career year, really. He's staying healthy. He's slugging. He's hitting for average. He's really actually been healthy the past couple of years as well. I'm sure as soon as we get him, he's going to get hurt. He is going into a contract, or he's in a contract year. So he's a free agent following this next couple of months. He does look insane. He can only play center, though. So if we were to go out and make a move for Byron Buxton, where would that leave the lineup? We'd probably send Danny Wright back down, who has struggled a bit at the major league level, although he's finding it a bit more lately. So I don't think he's a lost cause at all. It may be just too early for him to be a professional or major league baseball player at 18. So if we were to go out and get Byron Buxton, we could honestly DH him. Or we could move Victor Scott to right, Baez to DH, Buxton in center. DHing Buxton's not a bad option, though, if that potentially helps with keeping him healthy. I think Ryan needs to be the backup catcher for right now. He is developing, but he's going through a real kind of rough streak right now. The OPS isn't terrible at 700. It's about league average, but he really has not performed very well lately. It's just like he is walking. He's walking actually quite a bit. And he's slugging a little bit, and that's saving the numbers. But if you take out the home runs on the 4th and 5th of June, he's been really not good at the plate lately. I think backup catcher might just be a better role for him right away. And moving Ivan Herrera back behind the plate to maximize this lineup, that could be the move. Bryant Beach turning things around a little bit. Again, he's only 19 years old. OPS is 725. His on-base is worse than what Ryan giving us, but he's slugging more. And obviously, like, we have a catcher if Ivan Herrera just wants to go back behind the plate. So, might consider that. But I think Buxton could be somebody we could go out and get. And apparently, abundance of center fielders could lead to trade bargains for buyers. And we could be looking to buy a center fielder. See everyone in the trade block. I mean, we could even go through here. I guess I'll leave this all in the video. Lindor's a Yankee, that's right. See all the players who might be available. I mean, Chris Bubich with the White Sox. The White Sox are bad, and we missed out on him in free agency. But this is somebody we could consider acquiring. He's got a 3.23 ERA this year. Our rotation's been pretty good, but he would be an upgrade. J-Ram, Joe Adell. The Tigers have a lot of players in the block. Riley Greene could be a very good outfielder to go out and get. He's having quite a good year. This lineup needs a bit more. We need an impact player. Royals are competing, but the Twins are selling everybody. Matt Wallner, Royce Lewis. We don't really need Royce Lewis, but I mean, Lars Nootbaar is a Twin now. Could we bring Lars back? He's having a great year. That could be good value. But if we go out and get an outfielder from the Twins, I feel like Buxton might be the guy. So that's definitely an intriguing option. Astros not selling anybody. Neither are the Angels, it would appear. or the A's, or the Mariners, or, the Rangers might consider something. Josh Young's getting hot at the right time. He's not really having a crazy year. Scooble's a Brave. That's crazy. Mets not looking to sell. Nats, CJ Abrams is not awful, but not really a great fit for us. Reds not going to sell Ellie. Ellie would be so sick to get. And his contract's got to be expiring fairly soon. He's got one more year of arbitration left. So there's that. Brewers got Freddie Peralta back, and they're holding on to him for dear life. We're not going to make a move in the division anyway. Dustin May, Dodgers not selling anybody. Padres are looking to unload payroll. I think going out and getting Mason Miller, if we can, might be the move. They want young MLB prospects as well. Second base, shortstop, and first base. We actually do have a somewhat highly touted shortstop prospect, Anthony Ware. He's got a potential. He can play every position. Yeah, the overall's low, but that's how it works with the prospects. He's our number 8 prospect, so not that high, but the A potential is doing a lot of the heavy lifting and at a position the Padres like. So that's an option. I've thrown Blaze Jordan in because I just don't think he's ever going to play for us. And then I'm thinking a pitcher. Like, we've got a lot of young pitchers and some with, I think pretty considerable value. Like Quinn Matthews, I think is somebody that could absolutely get traded. He's pitched okay at AAA, pretty well. Tink Hence is also somebody. We're using him out of the pen. Maybe the Padres could find a role for him as a starter. I'm going to offer Anthony Ware, who's got a potential, Blaze Jordan, and Tink Hence for Mason Miller, and see what that gives us. Now, I look at this rotation. I still want to add more, obviously, but I like Schmidt. I like, hopefully, Liberatore. Springs have been good this year, and I like Cade Anderson for the future. But there are only so many spots for these guys. If eventually Cade Anderson's going to come up, Liam Doyle, Tekoa Roby, Quinn Matthews, Mick Abel even, all of these guys are not going to be able to hang around. Right? So we've got to start moving some of them. So we've made that offer. And then I guess I could even... I guess I'll leave the positions as is. And then let me just go see what the Twins are looking for. Because if they're selling, now is the time to start considering moves. I think that if we can't get Buxton, Lars Nootbaar would be a heck of a player to fall back on. And might be a lot more affordable. They're looking for second base, starting pitching, and shortstop. So the shortstop that I'm looking to trade is obviously Anthony Ware. But I would consider some of these other players as well, especially like Jesus Baez. Has C potential, which could be fairly valuable. He's our number 9 prospect, and he's at a position they like. I got to turn off these damn notifications. Get off of you. I've turned this off like 10 times. Anyway, starting pitching, this is where I think like Liam Doyle or Quinn Matthews could be somebody that we give away. I'd much prefer to keep Liam Doyle and trade Quinn Matthews. And then they also would like second base. I can't really afford to give a second baseman. I like Sajazi. I don't think the value on Torres would be significant. But I could offer another, decent starting pitching prospect. Like Robersa, maybe. I don't think is ever going to come up for us. Has pitched okay. We're going to offer that. Byron Buxton's 34 with a history of injuries and in the final year of his contract. But if we can get him for a good couple of months, I'm in. We'll see what happens with that. We've made offers. There's no guarantee either will be accepted. But we've made offers. We're trying to make this team good. We're making a playoff push. We're in a position. We're on a downhill slide right now, but it's a small sample. we're an impact bat away and an upgraded closer away from maybe being one of the best teams in the league. That seems like a stretch here, but top 10 in the league, very doable if we can pull off some of these moves. And depending on what happens next, Vance Honeycutt, who we took in the Rule 5 draft, I kind of took to be an eventual trade piece. He's improving. He's got B potential. The numbers are bad. But that is absolutely somebody I would consider trading. We'll see how that goes. There's plenty of time. Let's hopefully not get swept by Baltimore. And our trade for Buxton has been rejected. Despite the fact that we like Jesus Baez, we find the overall value of your offer insulting. So they like Jesus Baez, but they want more than Quinn Matthews and Robersa. Okay. Well, I'm gonna counter. I wish that they'd countered, make it a little bit easier. If they like Jesus Baez, we'll throw in Jesus Baez. I think we can throw in maybe Vance Honeycutt, and then we'll add a pitcher. Maybe Richard Fitz. I would assume Liam Doyle would have more value. I'm going to offer them basically the same deal, but with Vance Honeycutt instead. And we'll see how they feel about that. And we have made a blockbuster trade. Mason Miller is a Cardinal. All right. Hey, we'll take it. We lose a lot of trade value. I think Anthony Ware was a highly valuable prospect with a potential. Tank Hence. Blaze Jordan just didn't have a spot for us. I know he continued to rake. He's got a cool name. He's got a cool backstory. But he just didn't have a spot for us. So if we had to trade those guys to get Mason Miller, who in the game is having a career year like he's having in real life, 2027 was not that great. 2026 was not that great. ERA over 4. So are we buying him potentially at an all-time high? Maybe so. But he's got 2 years left on his deal. Pete Fairbanks is not playing all that well. Adding Mason Miller, who's not going to be a long reliever for us, is going to be the move. And this maybe takes some of the heat off Pete Fairbanks. I'm going to move him into a setup role, I think. But Efros has been so good. Maybe we try him at middle relief. That's a little bit scary. I mean, maybe we even trade him. We have Mason Miller for 2 years. Maybe we don't even need Pete Fairbanks anymore. He was such a dog for us in 2027, but this is a new year. He's older. He's not playing as well. It might just be the move to get rid of him. Trading, I mean, interesting. Gunnar Henderson would be absolutely insane. He's in the final year of his deal. He's very expensive. I don't really think that's too feasible for us, to be honest. But going to a team that is looking for a closer, like the Rays, there could be something here. Pedro Bonilla is untradeable. He kind of looks insane. All right, I don't really remember him too strongly in the draft. But we could go out and get a prospect from one of these teams. A lot of these top prospects, though, are off limits, untouchable. So, I mean, like, trading with the White Sox, I think getting Bubich would be so great for us. I really, really do. But they're looking for young MLB, and they're looking for prospects, which Pete Fairbanks is not. He is a closer, though. They're looking for outfielders as well. So, I mean, I could throw Vance Honeycutt in that. That would be a conflict of interest, potentially. I mean, what about Spencer Jones? We went out, we traded for him. He's really not performing that well. Maybe he needs a change of scenery. That's young MLB center fielder. That could be interesting. Left field, center field. I would consider moving a starting pitcher. Like Quinn Matthews is going to be a name that comes up a lot. I will offer, I think, though, Brandon Clark. And we'll see how they feel about that. So Bubich picked the White Sox over us, but it may not end up being his decision. We shall see. We're going to be very active this trade deadline. But we do have to fix our team, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, man, the Padres have given us Mason Miller, the new highest overall player on the entire team. With that, though, somebody's got to get sent down. I think we probably have too many pitchers, but I'm not going to send Pete Fairbanks down. I don't even know who I can send down among my relievers. It might have to be like Andre Palante or maybe even Mick Abel. He's currently a starter for us. He's pitched okay. Palante just went in the rotation. I think if we are able to send Palante down, which we might not be able to. Yeah, we can't. That would have been the move. I think we might have too many pitchers at the major league level. There's a certain amount you can have. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is that too many? I mean, our bullpen is full of vets, so we really can't send almost anybody down. Maybe Yariel Rodriguez, because he hasn't been around too much. All right, we're going to option Yariel Rodriguez to AAA. God dang. Why is Kyle Leahy so bad? He got an out. 2 earned runs, 2 walks. Small sample. Hopefully. I don't want to mess with the bullpen at all. Pete Fairbanks in long relief is just completely insane, though. Like, I don't want... Okay, just Leahy. Palante down. And then at AAA... I mean, Yariel can work out of the bullpen. That's completely fine. Okay. Will that be okay? It should be. We'll see how that works. And it's baseball, so a lot's going to be subject to change. Of course, we got to fix our AAA lineup now. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot organizationally because we just traded, and we're potentially going to trade even more starters. Like at AAA alone, we lost our first baseman, but Bernal got moved to first base for some reason, even though he does not play that. Chris Valdez is currently hurt, strained pec. So he's our usual first baseman that can't play first base right now. It's going to have to be Brian Torres to first base, and then like Mike Antico is going to jump in and play, or even like Juan Bincho. Eventually, like Chris Valdez will work back in, but for now, he cannot. So it's a lot of, I'm trying so hard to get to AA. Thank you. It's a lot of work to keep these different rosters in good shape, but we're going to, of course, do the best we can. And we have made another blockbuster trade. I'm not playing around. Chris Bubich is hurt right now, but I'm not messing around. Chris Bubich is a Cardinal. Spencer Jones, Brandon Clark, and Pete Fairbanks are headed to the White Sox. Spencer Jones, obviously the big name in the trade. 76 overall, B potential. Can play first, center, left, and right. 26 years old. He'll probably be an immediate starter for the White Sox. And they don't have to pay Chris Bubich anymore on a team that's not going to be super competitive. So That's a big trade for us. Also, we've won 3 in a row. And the bats are coming alive. But we've got a new frontline starter. Chris Bubich, I think, will take the place of Andre Palante, who will go into a long relief role. And I am super excited to see the debut for Chris Bubich as a Cardinal. It'll come on the 25th of June against the Cincinnati Reds at Cincinnati. So we're definitely going to jump in for that. And of course, I think our pitching is actually fine because we got rid of Fairbanks, who was in. I think we've got the perfect amount. So a lot has changed already. I'm curious what the Twins are going to say because our pitching's been very good this year. Also, DeGrom's a Cub. But our pitching's been very good this year. We need more impact from the lineup. And we haven't made a move that has solidified that yet. You can see the order here. Bryant Beach is up to 253. Danny Wright bringing that average up near 200. Love to see that. I still think Vance Honeycutt ends up getting traded. This is a good time to save. That's for sure. Chris Valdez is not ready. He's not ready yet. For those looking for an upgrade on or an update on Jordan Walker, he's raking at AAA, which I guess makes sense. As for if he's going to come back up to the major league level, I certainly can't guarantee that. It will be an option, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We shall see. I mean, the whole reason you get so much depth and talent is so that eventually you can move those guys for major league talent and make a run. If you don't think they're going to be a part of your big league picture, they're expendable. We are second in the NL Central. We've got a chance to win this division. We've swept the Cubs. They dropped to 38 and 41, fourth in the division. We are tied for the division lead, and we're about to take on the Cincinnati Reds, also in the division. The Twins really don't want to trade Buck. Doyle, Honeycutt, and Jesus Baez, I think, is a strong option. And they're just not that interested, it would appear. He's on the trade block, but they haven't even countered. They've got their entire outfield on the block. Do we try and get Lars Nootbaar? He's 30 years old. We've got more security with Lars. He raked as a Cardinal before. Maybe he was not so good as a Mariner, but it's a tougher environment in which to hit. I wouldn't mind going out to get Lars Nootbaar. He's an on-base king. On-base near 400. It's going to be tough to do better than that. Jack Cag, down in the minor leagues and on the trade block for the Royals. He's never really developed very much. Oh, his numbers at the major league level are putrid. Griffin Conine, raking in the minors. Dude, I'd love to go get Buxton. I don't think we're going to be able to get Riley Greene. Final year of his deal, though. I think Nootbaar is a good option. I mean, I've tried to get Emil Morales for like years at this point. Just was not going to happen. Alex Freeland. I mean, a lot of these guys are hitting well in the minors. I'm not interested in that. I need pro-level bats. And I see in the chat, we don't need a Pau Gasol. We need a Kobe. Carson, thanks for the prime. But Lars Nootbaar on this team could be a Kobe. What's wrong with Lars Nootbaar other than he doesn't have the big-time name? The OPS over 900 tells me he's got a big name. On base at 400, slugging over 5. Riley Greene is a huge name as well. His attributes look better. He's actually not quite performing as well, but it's close, and he's going to be more expensive. I mean, what are they looking for? Let's see that first. Tigers want prospects. Young MLB, first base, right field, third base. Those are positions I don't really have a lot to give right now. Gorman is untouchable currently. In right field, Jordan Walker. I want him to be good with this team. It may just never happen. And that's, I mean, something we've got to just stare in the face. He's playing great in real life, and you're just going to have to be happy with that. Daniel Ortiz. And then, of course, I've got starting pitching to give. Quinn Matthews. This will be my offer for Riley Greene. It's about the best I can do. I feel like that might get accepted. I'm looking at the overalls and the potentials and the age, of course, factored in. Our new budget would be $4 million. Chris Bubich, no longer injured. And I should be in our rotation. Chris Bubich is ready to make his Cardinal debut. And by the way, we now have the sole lead for the NL Central. We're half a game up on the Brewers. Since making these big trades, we've won 5 in a row. Mason Miller. Have we seen him as a Cardinal? We have. He allowed an earned run. 2 hits, a walk, struck out 1. That's not a great Cardinal debut. That's not my favorite. We have finally lost. Kyle Leahy takes the loss. Although, if you look at the numbers for Kyle Leahy, his ERA is at a 2.79. He's been good since coming back up. 4 1/3, nothing. Blanked him. No hits, 1 walk, struck out 2. Next time out against Cincinnati, 2 2/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 2. Maybe Kyle Leahy as a long reliever could be fixed. Maybe we fixed him. But somebody that doesn't need to be fixed is the newest Cardinal ace. Currently at 3rd in our rotation, but he is the ace. Player lock for his Cardinal debut on the road at the Reds. They've called up Alfredo Duno. They have Sal Stewart, Ellie De La Cruz, Matt McClain. They brought in Zach McKinstry at the deadline. Ooh. I'll pretend that could be a difference maker. We tried to get him out of free agency. He chose to be a White Sox. His destiny was predetermined. The Reds are 33-50. They're the worst team in the Central. They have traded for Gage Jump, though. Jacob Berry's got an 11-game hit streak. But you can see over the last 5 games, we're at 5.6 runs per game. 5 homers. We're hitting better as a team. We're getting on base. We're hitting it out of the park. You can see our MLB rank over these last 5, and it's a small sample, but 6th in the league in runs per game. 6th in average. And at bats, we're not really even getting that many. We're just, I guess, slugging. 7th in hits. 18th in home runs is not great. 6th in RBIs. We're getting guys on. We're getting guys in. Love to see that. St. Louis, Cincinnati, Gage Jump on the hill for the Reds. That does not look like Gage Jump, really. This is a guy we want to get to. And we've got a 1-0 lead already. Courtesy of Nolan Gorman. J.J. Weatherholt tripled to start the game, and Gorman drove him in. Josh Baez with a hit as well. Good start for this offense. And we'll see Chris Bubich for the first time as a Cardinal. All right. Let's go, Bubich. We went out, we traded for you. We need you to lead us to the playoffs. Bubich is an underrated arm. Doesn't throw that hard, but he's got big swing and miss stuff. And he's, I was going to say making quick work of Alfredo Duno, but it's 2-2. Duno is one of the biggest power hitting prospects in the minor leagues. He's a bigger boy than this. Looks pretty trim here at the major league level. But he'll strike out. Go look trim on the bench. He's going to challenge it. He thought that fastball was in. He was right. Oh, that doesn't catch the plate. It's less than a pixel away. And Bubich will walk Duno. Sal Stewart trying to chase the sinker. Smacks that one. It's just a loud foul ball. Foul ball. Duno leads off of first. Not a big threat to go, but he's actually got decent speed in the game. We're going to go challenge fastball. That's the ball. Up and out. Ball one. Want that double play, though. If we can just locate the sinker, we can get one. And that's a pretty good spot for it. Maybe a bit low. Stewart's got a good eye. Ground ball at short. Mason Wynn to second one. Back onto first. Got him. Double play. Bubich trying to face the minimum. That's the best way to do it following a leadoff walk. Good turn. Here's Ellie. Ellie will chase. But he's also got some incredible power. In the game, not so much. And he'll line out to left. J.J. Weatherholt is there. And it's a pretty easy 1-2-3 for Bubich. Here's Matt McClain. We're working. Steve, thank you so much, buddy. Glad you're enjoying the content. Matt McClain on a roll here lately. 3 home runs in his last 10. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. See if we can get the same result on the sweeper. Although he will make contact. Try the fastball up and just out. I'm trying to set up the changeup down and away. And I think it should have done it. What a take from McClain. I mean, that just missed. What about up and in? Is he ready for that? He turns away. Ball 2. Let's go back to the sweeper. Good pitch, and McClain goes down swinging. Nice spot from Bubich. And we'll see the new red, Zach McKinstry. He'll shoot a base hit into right. We don't necessarily need a perfect game for Chris Bubich to have him be a great addition. Let's do what you did last time. Get the double play. Ground ball to win. To second. Glaber back onto first. Got him. Chris Bubich is letting the guy on per inning, but you know what? He's getting out of it. Is the number 50 retired for St. Louis? Or you're saying 50 does not look good on Chris Bubich? Because I would argue he looks good in any number when he's pitching the way he is so far. We're going to challenge that. With the angle, a lot of these inside pitches, to me, look like they're more on the plate than they are. But that is overturned for a strike. 0-2. I don't know how you take that 0-2. No idea. Jacob Berry in on the sweeper. Circle change. Strike 3. We got it up a little bit more, but out. And it just, you see that arm side run with the changeup. Berry trying to get to it, but could not. Timed it up, but just missed it. He just re-signs. A lot of big power in this Reds lineup, but it's just, how much contact are they going to make? Steve, thanks for the prime. And they're making a decent amount of contact. And Ke'Bryan Hayes is hitting 264. Unbelievable for one of the league's worst hitters. And right on cue, it's extra bases. Is he going to be out at 2? The throw beat him, and Bubich is gunned down as Joshua Baez unleashes a frozen rope from right. All the way in the corner, which isn't that long here at Great American, but what a throw on the money to nab Ke'Bryan Hayes trying to get to second base. Some news around the league. Jackson Merrill has connected for his 100th home run. Junior Caminero has a 28-game hit streak. And the Royals are in first place, tied with the Guardians for the AL Central. So it has not been perfectly clean for Bubich, but he's done the job, which we can only be happy about. Baez, another chance for a great defensive play down the right field line. Will make it. Love to see it. I will say these Reds are not chasing very much. The thing was smoked. Yeah, leaving the fastball down I don't love. Sometimes you try to sneak it in there. Nothing was just destroyed. 111 off the bat. Ellie's a tough guy to double up, but we can get him to ground out. That is absolutely an option. Living with that sinker. Ellie down 0-2. I mean, at this point, I'm just thinking about the strikeout. Ellie's 4th in the National League in strikeouts right now. He's definitely no stranger to the swing and miss. And he's definitely a tough guy to double up. And there is the swing and miss. Sweeper careening for his back foot. Ellie could not hold up. Not that he really tried to. You'll see the sequence. Steady diet of sinkers and pitches down in the zone. And none, by the way, were in the strike zone. We have seen that at bat from Ellie De La Cruz on occasion. 2 outs in the inning. Don't necessarily need to pitch to contact, but it's not an awful idea if it's down in the zone. When you get up in the zone here at Great American, that's how you allow home runs. So that's tough. We don't want to waste this 2-0 lead for Bubich. Strike 3. McLean went on the check. Home run there from McLean, who's been hitting a lot of them recently, and we're tied, right? So let's try to get some more runs on the board. Win this series. We're up 3-0. The bats are doing just enough. Slowly but surely, Joshua Baez has 2 hits, as does Bryant Beach. And Danny Wright, who everyone's already ready to give up on. He's only 18 years old. He's tripled and he's doubled in this game. Bryant Beach with an RBI as well. So the young guys are showing up. Weatherholt with a hit. Baez, Beach, and Wright with 2. Gotta love it. We know Danny Wright can hit. He struggled at the start of AAA and then started raking. He struggled at the start of his big league career. He's 18, and now he's got multiple extra base hits. It's only the 5th inning. Beach, jump throw from third in foul territory. Got him. And he's developing as a defender. You look at the attributes, it's not a surprise to see him make these type of plays anymore. Bryant Beach from foul territory, jump throw across the diamond, nails him. And yes, if you are a subscriber in the Twitch chat, we're going to challenge that. Make that 0-1. We've got a new beach ball emote. Go ahead and try that out for size, as that is overturned to 0-1. Anytime Bryant Beach does something, you guys can unleash the beach ball if you so choose. And we really haven't thrown much of the slider. It's been a lot of the sweeper, which has a slightly different action. And the sweeper's had good results. Got to be able to locate it a bit better than that, though. We're going to try again. But Valle is making contact. Not going down easily, but will on the elevated heater. Bubich is absolutely dealing. That's strikeout number 5. And there really has not been a major scoring threat in this game. Yeah, there's been some traffic on the bases, like a guy on base per inning, but nothing crazy. He's just selecting the pitch, firing to the plate, and getting results. See if the sweeper can get down Barry when he does just make contact. Good spot for a changeup. Good take from Barry. He does not swing at that changeup. We might just go pitch to contact then. Get the sinker down in the zone. He fouls it off. I'll tell you what, even if Barry ends up getting out, he's doing what a lot of these Reds hitters could not, which is getting that pitch count up. And yeah, that was just off the plate. If we would have challenged, we would have lost it. I mean, Barry's absolutely refusing to go down. Gonna go back to the changeup. And that is a walk. Barry wins the battle, but hopefully not the war. He's had a couple of good at-bats so far. He really has. And we've got to be careful. Like, I really like fastball up and away, but in MLB The Show, it's not often the best pitch you can throw. But Hines is in deep water here against Bubich 0-2. Does stay alive on the changeup, but I think the sweeper probably will put him away. It's an incredible take. Maybe the slider diving down. No, doesn't want it. We're not going to give him a fastball. Strike three. Hines could not hold up. Going way out of the zone for the changeup after a couple of impressive takes. That was not one. Bubich is dialed in. And if we can get to that bullpen that has been so incredible the entire season, and now with the addition of Mason Miller, we're going to be a real tough team to beat. You can see the postseason picture. We are currently the division leader. Now, whether or not that's going to hold, we'll see. We've got a worse record than the Diamondbacks, who are in the wild card picture. We've got a worse record than the Brewers, or actually it's technically tied, I guess. So it's going to be a battle to win the National League Central. Maybe not the Reds, maybe not the Cubs. But with the Pirates and the Brewers, we've got some stiff competition. And we really haven't pitched to a lot of fly balls in this one because of where we're playing. But we do get the fly out there as we are back to the top of the order. And it's Alfredo Duno. He's hitting 282. He's got an 890 OPS over his last 45. That's incredible. And this, if you guys are familiar with Alfredo Duno as a prospect, he does not profile as the leadoff hitter. He is a high on base guy, I believe, but he's a big swing and miss, big power. So to see him up at the big league level, hitting 282, wild. And you see just Bubich, it's deceptive speed. That 91 just plays up. And there's 94, and it should be a fly out for Baez. This is the type of guy that I wanted and I envisioned when we tried to sign him. And we're seeing it now that we've traded for him. 73 pitches as he's hopefully about to get out of the sixth inning. Sal Stewart's been on fire lately. 5 homers in his last 10 games. And you can't make mistakes to this guy. That was a mistake. Lucky that just got in. 2-1. Try the sinker down. Big swing and a miss. Too late. Which means we're going to go back to the heater. Strike 3. Fastball by Stewart. 3 hits. Couple of walks for the Reds. No runs. And Bubich is relieved by Efros. What an outing. What a debut. What a win. This Cardinals team is not messing around here. Get on the train while you still can. Glaber, 3 for 6 with a homer, 3 ribbies. Mason Wynn, 3 for 5 with a homer, 3 ribbies. Danny Wright with the multiple extra base hits. Joshua Baez with a 3 for 4 day. This is a team here. And you know what? Early poll. Bats were cooking. We've got a great bullpen. And we'll let Bubich just have the confidence here of dominating a Reds lineup on the road for the first time as a Cardinal. What a debut. And the Bats have woken up. Maybe we don't need Byron Buxton after all. All right. We're on a nice streak here. And, hey, Mason Miller's on in the 8th. We're up 2-1. This is why we went out and got him. As you can see, 3rd best ERA in baseball. 2nd in runs allowed. So some errors maybe factoring in a bit more for some other teams. The Bats are starting to pick it up a bit. Moises Ballesteros can hit. He's built like a little meatball, but he can hit. Mason Miller, we need you here. It's going to be a multiple out save. And when you can throw 103, 104, that's where you got to go. Now, in the game, it seems like it doesn't actually even get up over 102 because Mason Miller is actually too good in real life. I mean, Ballesteros can't catch up to the fastball. I don't know how we go to anything else. Strike 3, down looking, Miller out of the jam. Let's go. Sean Newcomb, former top prospect for the Braves, is in for the Cubs. Bryant Beach, he's brought the average up to 261. Has struck out a couple of times today. We're going to try to give Mason Miller some insurance. Aquatomistic, thanks for the prime sub. Come on, Beach. I guess his hit streak has stopped. But he is 0 for 3 today. We'd love to get a hit on the board anyway. Again, insurance would be great. Lefty's tough, but Beach can hit lefties. Maybe it's in the plate. As you can see on the big scoreboard, or for a little bit, his OPS over the last 4 games is like 1,200. Incredibly small sample. But there it is, 1,233 OPS over the last 4 games. He's been locked in. And he's worked the count full. Mason wins on deck. He's reached via hit by pitch already. It's a fastball down the middle. Beach gives it a ride, but it stays in the yard as he flies out to center field. It's interesting that PCA is in the game and not playing center. That is interesting. That's a fastball down the middle. I mean, that's when you want to see something. And I'm thinking maybe the lack of beach balls in the chat during his at-bat is a prime reason for why he didn't do anything, unfortunately. Mason Wynn does something, though. Back-to-back just early swing timings, but this one sneaks through. Got a runner on first here in the 9th. Danny Wright has brought the average up to 209 and has singled in this game. He's getting better. His on-base is already over 300. Dude, he's the guy. He's the guy. Come on, Danny. Keep it up. This is not a bad 9-hitter. It's a big opportunity. Sinker away. Not you. That's not you, 0-0. Get something else. Ooh, that was something else, huh? 0-2. This is not a great at-bat so far. That's off the plate. That's off the plate. Indeed it is. He knows the zone. Changes cleats. Yeah, they don't look that fun. Battled back to 3-2 after a strikeout. In this very same at-bat, he struck out looking last time up. Oh, actually, it's broken. It says he struck out looking right now. But he didn't. He's actually walked. Mason Wynn going to stay at second. Danny Wright works the walk after striking out. I wonder what that's going to count as. It's MLB The Show, so I'm sure it's broken. And I'm sure it will not count as a walk. That's interesting, though. Let's see what the game log says. I'm very intrigued by this. So we have Wright grounded out to Ballesteros, and then he walked. Okay, here's Victor Scott. 1 out. I mean, we're swinging here. Not that he's a good bunter anyway, but he shoots one in the gap, and Victor Scott can run. This will score 2. Danny Wright can run as well. We're going to go ahead and try to get to third base with only 2 outs. Here's the throw. Not in time. Victor Scott, bases clearing triple. And that might knock Mason Miller out of the game. Because if we can just get Victor Scott in, save situation goes away. Sean Newcomb knocked out of the game. They're going to bring on Miguel Castro. And here's Glaber. Glaber can make contact. Against his former teammate, I believe. I think there was overlap with Miguel Castro. 90% sure. That should do the job. We know Victor Scott can run. Here's the throw home. It's a pretty good one, but it's not in time. Victor Scott scores easily. And here's J.J. Weatherholt. That's a pitch to hit. Good timing on a fastball down the middle. Didn't really hit it that hard to right. And do we just want to see more Mason Miller? Mr. McKnight, thanks for the prime. I think we want to see more Mason Miller. He's at 5 pitches. He's a new Cardinal. I think you guys want to see some Mason Miller. 2-1 to J.J. Bleday, who's hitting .340. Fastball up and in. I mean, that's where these pitches are going to be. Slider to play off of it. Does not chase. You know, when you just have a fastball like this, just throw the fastball. Bleday's not swinging at the slider. Popped up. I mean, he's making Mason Miller work, which is frustrating. It's a save situation. 3-run ball game. Bleday has taken Mason Miller deep. I mean, he got a lot of fastballs in a row. I guess he turned one around. And historically, Mason Miller does allow some home runs when they make contact at all. Bleday's had a great year. Miller's going to settle back in. That's a slider right down the middle, huh? Dude, they're just fouling it off. Nobody makes contact this much on Mason Miller. Fastball misses. Slider struck him out. There's an out. Much needed, but Miller has not been perfect as a Cardinal. Fastball misses. Beautiful slider. I mean, maybe that's just the White Castle special we need to do. 3 straight sliders. And he doesn't swing at the last one. Sets up the fastball on the corner, though. Oh, it's right down the middle. Eli White can't touch it. Mason Miller threw it right by him at 100. And here's Jordan Wogu, patrolling center field for the Cubs over Pete Crow Armstrong. And he's down 0-2. Mason Miller, can you pick up the save? He's going to throw at least 27 pitches. And here's number 27. Struck him out. Mason Miller gets it done. There was a solo shot involved. But that's a big moment. We'll take it. Mick Abel picks up the win, it would look like. Obviously, had to have been a pretty good start for him. Gorman 2 for 4 with a homer and a double. Scott tripled, Danny Wright and Glaber with hits. I mean, the Cubs, 2 solo shots. Ballesteros had 2 doubles, but that's a good result. Mick Abel, 4 2/3, 1 earned, 4 hits, 2 walks. It's kind of a lot of traffic, but he limited the damage. And then when you can turn it over to Matt Strahm and Anthony Bonda, you're in good shape. Miller picks up the multi-inning save, and we'll take the win. We're still looking for that big-time bat. Riley Greene, not going to be a Cardinal, at least not right now. Quinn Matthews, Daniel Ortiz, and Jordan Walker, not enough to get it done. I still think we make another offer for Byron Buxton before going for Nootbaar, who's hot right now. Dude, Newt is so good. It really is just not a bad player to go out and get. I am curious, though, how desperate are they to move Byron Buxton in a contract year? They want starting pitching prospects. They don't really want Quinn Matthews. I don't really want to trade Liam Doyle. I'm going to offer Quinn Matthews. I'm going to offer maybe Alonzo Vigil. Oh, this is our knuckleballer. That's right. Don't really want to trade him. I don't think they would like Dick Fitz. They probably want somebody a bit younger. I really don't want to trade Liam Doyle. That's the holdup. I'm going to offer on Lars Nootbaar. I'll give you Quinn Matthews. And they want a shortstop. I'd give you Jesus Baez to get Lars back. We'll see what that does. I wish they'd give me an offer on Buxton. I could try and like reorganize something like, who are our top prospects that are actually expendable? Baez is number 7 now. What if I included Liam Doyle at this point? I wonder if that would move the needle. Yeah, Lars is expensive, but Doyle, Baez, and Quinn Matthews, that's a pretty strong offer. I still would love to trade Vance Honeycutt. I feel like the Twins would like him, but I guess they don't. So, I mean, we could offer a couple different deals, I guess. See if anything sticks. Again, I don't really want to trade Doyle. I'd give Baez. I'd include Vance Honeycutt. We can give them 4 players to go out and get Byron Buxton. I'll tell you what. I mean, I could even include Leonardo Bernal. He's pretty blocked. He's got beat potential. He's our number 5 prospect. He's a top 100 prospect. That's probably about the best I can do. Could I get Buck and Nootbaar? Nootbaar we'd have for 2 more years. It's a lot of money. Where would we have? We'd send Danny Wright down, I guess. We'd have Buxton, Nootbaar, and I guess we could platoon Victor Scott. We really only have space for an outfielder. We're gonna offer that. See what the Twins think about that. And then again, I don't want to trade Liam Doyle, so I'm gonna cancel that. I think I'm going to cancel the Nootbaar trade. We're going to see what they say about Buxton first. And then we'll see what happens. Because we're about to sweep the Cubs. We're here. And now there's a new opening in the outfield. Danny Wright, torn calf. I guess we're going to smack him on the 60-day. We win the series against the Cubs. Danny Wright was just starting to get it going, too. Got his average up to 230. Hit his first big league homer. On base over 300. I mean, he went from ice cold to he's figured out professional baseball. And now his season is done. That's crazy. Well, I mean, Nootbaar becomes an option again. Jordan Walker becomes an option. Okay. We've got some decisions to make. Bryant Beach is hot, by the way. Average up to 260. 8 steals, 13 homers. He is developing. And look at the defense. It's no longer a liability. Like, the arm is not incredible, but he's improving. He's improving, but that's a big injury to deal with. We've got a lot of space at the big league roster right now, and AAA. Damn, okay. Well, we're 47-39, 8-2 in our last 10, tied with the Brewers for the division lead. We just need to keep winning. Danny Wright, I think, was actually kind of a big part of that. I guess, like, we have the solution. Ryan Yell back behind the plate, and Ivan Herrera can DH. Because we're still trying to develop Ryan Yell as the catcher. That's just what it's got to be. So, maybe Herrera likes hitting more when he's actually in the field. I guess that's a possibility. But it's kind of been cold anyway over the last 35 ABs. So, we're going to make him our DH again. And we've got to call up a bat from AAA. I guess it's going to be Jordan Walker. So, I think that's kind of like the only option. Although he is cold again. We'll move him back up. We'll see what he can do. Well, the injuries keep piling up. Strained hammy for JJ Weatherholt, but he should be okay. We got to fix some of our lineups. It's going to be a battle for the NL Central. I know that. It's going to be an absolute battle. Jordan Walker's not going to be hitting third. I don't know how he snuck into that position, but absolutely not. We're going to try him in that 9 spot. He's not going to lead off. Oh, dude, this is JJ Weatherholt. It'll be totally fine. Just play him. No. It's completely ridiculous. Honestly, Beach cleanup could be the move right now. Maybe we'll try this. Just for a couple days. We do need to make some promotions to get guys in the right positions at AAA. And I forgot that Mariano Guardado could be incredibly valuable. A catching prospect we have with A potential. He's the number 66 prospect in baseball. Number 4 in our organization, which is fairly stacked. Guardado could be a potential trade piece. So we will see on that. He's only 19. May just be in our best interest to keep him. And right now, our farm system is a little bit thin. But if you go into our lineups and look at AAA, Chris Valdez is back. I'm excited about that. But we are missing a third baseman. Oh, no, Valdez is playing third against lefties. We'll, I guess we'll DH Jimmy Crooks then. But we have, like 3 bench spots that we need to be filled up at AAA. So, guys at AA, who's playing well? Who wants that promotion? It's time. Chase Davis is hitting fairly well. Jesus Baez, who we are, I guess, actively trying to trade. We'll move him to AAA. We'll move Chase Davis. And we'll even move Trey Richardson. And then we'll promote some guys from high A to double A. I think we do also need another pitcher to get promoted from double A. So, hey, Liam Doyle, it's time. I've tried not to trade you. You're headed to triple A. Now, I know that seems weird because we already have kind of a set AAA rotation, but it's very easy to make a change with someone that I don't view to be like the future of this team. Tekoa Roby debuted, and then we haven't really seen much of him. Liam Doyle is going to jump into that rotation spot. And at double A, we need to promote a starter. So we'll figure all that out, and we'll get the team rolling again. These Twins are not trading Byron Buxton. Quinn Matthews, Leonardo Bernal, Vance Honeycutt, and Jesus Baez. They do not want it to happen. I feel like that's such a strong offer. I really don't know if I can beat that. So, I mean, I've got him as a trade target. Maybe they'll offer something to me. But I don't know that Byron Buxton's going to be a Twin. I'm continuing to offer them similar deals because you got to factor in what I'm actually willing to trade. I want Byron Buxton, but I don't know that it's the end-all, be-all if we can't get him. We do have Mariano Guardado, who is, again, the number 4 prospect in our organization, number 66 overall. He might have more value. Now, they're looking for a shortstop. They've told us they like Jesus Baez, which is why I continue to offer him. And they need a starting pitcher who's young or a prospect. It's like, maybe this is where Michael McGreevy has his value. Who was, I mean, he's been okay at the major league level besides this year. I guess we'll offer him and also a prospect, which I've wanted to be Liam Doyle. Or Quinn Matthews, I should say. But maybe they just think he's too old. So maybe we'll try with Tekoa Roby and see what's going on with that. But that's about the best offer I can make. It's the number 4 prospect in our organization, top 70 overall. I don't have a ton of good prospects to trade. We'll see. We are officially into July. And the Twins are just not going to do it. They like Guardado. They've told us they like Jesus Baez. I just don't think it's going to happen. So, that's okay. That's okay. We just got our 50th win. We're 50-39. We continue to perform well. Santiago Chavez does not appear to be that great. David Dooley is draft rank 12, so if we get in a position where we might want to take a reliever, David Dooley could be a decent option for us. But again, I'm just trying to get the best players I can. And I mean, we've looked at first base. This is the final stretch. We're trying to find difference makers. And I mean, maybe we'll do whoever has just been discovered. We just recently discovered a couple of pitchers. Carlos Tejada does not look amazing. Pablo Rodriguez does not look amazing. The potential, at least, in Michael Augustine could be high. Guess we'll add him, but man, doesn't look great. Maybe we'll try to discover one more time, and we'll do, I don't know. I still like outfield. We'll do outfielders in the Central, and then take David Dooley off, and I just can't scout Pablo Rodriguez. Just don't think he looks good enough. Who's an impact bat? I mean, Oliver Wagner, maybe. John Johnson. That would give me some opportunities. Corey Dell. I like Corey Dell here. We've got a lot of picks down the board. If you look, we have... so we can see it somewhere. We have number 1. We have number 31, 35, 46, 84, and you can see the rest. We've got high picks. We're looking to make them count. J.J. Weatherholt is back. That's going to be a big, big lift to our lineup. We'll get him back out there. Jordan Walker out of the lineup. Victor Scott's cold right now. We can put him at the bottom of the lineup. That's cool. Josh Baez is on fire, hitting 282. Mason Wynn's on fire. They're liking this new lineup. And Glaber's on fire as well. Do I take him out of the leadoff spot against lefties? I don't think so. We'll try Weatherholt in the 2 spot. Herrera 3, Gorman 4, Baez, Beach, Wynn, Scott, Rangel Rodriguez. That looks pretty good. Chris Bubich is on fire as well. He's actually gotten even better since joining the Cardinals. He has yet to allow a run through back-to-back starts. 13 innings, 7 hits, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, 0 earned runs. 0 runs of any kind. He was born to be a Cardinal. Kyle Leahy is still a little up and down for us. He's in that long relief role for a reason. But we're just leaning on this bullpen, which has, again, been phenomenal. Hopefully we continue to pick it up. All right, at least we win the Marlins series. We're very quickly approaching the draft. Riley Greene is being mentioned as a part of a possible trade to the Marlins. I guess it's our last effort to go after Riley Greene. Oh, they'd trade Framber? Framber Valdez? We don't really need another starter. All right, I mean, they want prospects, young MLB, right-handed pitcher, or should be relief pitcher, first base, right field. Jordan Walker, Vance Honeycutt, Mariano Guardado, Liam Doyle. Not Liam Doyle, excuse me, Quinn Matthews. That's the best offer I can make. That's the all-in offer. You want to trade him to the Marlins? At least consider that. And that is a strong offer. That's a strong offer. That's the best one I can make. It has happened. Riley Greene is a Cardinal. Quinn Matthews, Mariano Guardado, Vance Honeycutt, Jordan Walker to the Tigers. We got the game-changing bat. Yes, it's expensive. He's on the final year of his deal. Tigers were looking to make a move. But we got the impact bat. And here's the draft. Okay, we're jumping straight in. Here we go. We've got the number 1 pick. David Duff for me is going to be high on the board. We're going to add him to the draft queue. Darius Strawberry for me, I still think looks awesome. I do not think it's a clear-cut choice at number 1. Daniel Chavez actually looks quite good as well. The bat looks to be average to maybe slightly better than that. And then very good defense. Speed's pretty good. Rich Acevedo, I think also looks really, really solid. Contact is going to be average. Power plus, average plus. Speed, average plus. Defense, maybe elite. I like him a lot. We didn't get a good scout on everybody. Probably should have looked at Oliver Wagner and Felix Rivera. But you can't get everybody. I like David Dooley. closer with a 4-pitch mix, and I know closers are just like really good in this game. We don't have to add everybody that we like. And then there was a center fielder that we liked. Maybe not quite in this range. We had discovered him. And I like Justin Polito too. Power is not really good, but the contact is pretty good. Kevin Jacobs, not ranked to our draft rank 41. He looks generational, right? He's not gonna be. But what I think he will be is what Danny Wright was, because it looked very familiar. I think he's going to be high overall, low potential. His potential is like 71 to 86. I think it's going to be somewhere around Danny Wright, so mid to high 70s. 5'8" from New Jersey, though. Danny Wright was not 5'8", but from New Jersey, and we know little people are really good for MLB The Show prospects. We'll add him to the draft queue so we don't forget about him. And I mean, you guys have seen my methods. A lot of it is just guesswork. This is Mariano Rivera. God dang. It's just guesswork on relievers down the board. Heck of a beard on you. Throws up to 99. Get Alden Sanchez in there. We got a pretty good idea about some prospects. I would say David Duff is the front runner because his potential is, 98. His power looks like it could end up being elite. Contact looks like it could be elite. And the big thing that stands out as well, discipline looks like it could be elite. He could play first base or left field. We're headed to the draft. We have the number 1 overall pick, so the board is ours. And we are officially on the clock. David Duff was draft rank 29. We have him as draft rank 1. He opted out. I still really like Darius Strawberry. Potential's a bit lower, 80 to 92, but he just looks like he does everything so well. And that is under strong consideration. But I do agree with the comment section from last video and you guys in the chat right now. I think David Duff is the guy. We want impact bats. This looks like the impact bat. He looks to have plus or elite discipline, contact, power. And then vision and clutch are going to be at least average, it looks like. He's 19 years old, 5'11", 191, out of Pennsylvania. Already has 51% motivation to sign. It's good value at number 1 because he's going to be cheaper to sign. I don't really care if he opted out. He has low injury risk. And this is our guy. David Duff, the number 1 overall pick in the draft. He just LeBron'd on us. Okay. Maybe that's a sign of things to come. Maybe this is the LeBron James of professional baseball. David Duff is a Cardinal, our number 1 overall pick. We will very likely never pick at number 1 again. There goes Oliver Wagner, who was a name I liked, even though we didn't scout him. Gilberto Rosario is a Rocky. I liked him as well. The bats are flying off the board. Usually it's pitching. Oh, I simulated the next pick. Did not mean to do that. Darius Strawberry is a White Sox. Jimmy Sierra was a pitcher that looked very solid with good stamina, control. Goes at number 8. Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator. There's Corey Dell. We started to scout him. Did not have a crazy grade on him. Felix Rivera, Rich Rivero. I think we had looked at maybe Dave Padichuk. We had as our number 7 player in the draft. He did not quite make it to us. Not Richie Sexton, but Ricky Sexton, a pitcher. Reed Woodson. We're on the clock at 31. Rich Acevedo is our number 8 player in the draft, but at 90% scouted. David Dooley, 71% motivation to sign already as a closer. Last year we did the approach with with Danny Wright. And we have a good player right now. I think it's got to be Kevin Jacobs. He's draft rank 41 for us. The bonus demand is like nothing. I get the closer, but Kevin Jacobs looks like he can do it all. I don't know if that actually will be the case, and the potential may not be good. But Kevin Jacobs will be my guy. And then we pick at 35 and 46. I mean, all the players are still available that we liked. We could take the closer. Could take Acevedo. Good defense, speed, bat's okay. I think we will go David Dooley because we know he's going to be good. Overall, 72 to 77, potential 90 to 95, 100% scouted. It's hard not to. He is a closer, but you got to have guys that can pitch out of the bullpen. He's got a 4-pitch mix, 4-seam 12-6, changeup, sweeper. Control looks amazing. I think this is our guy. David Dooley is a Cardinal. It's hard to turn down the potential in the overall. He's ready to go right now, and he may be even better. And Justin Polito's off the board, who I liked. Logan Lind is off the board, who we liked. Maybe Adam Lind's son. But Rich Acevedo's still here. He's our number 8 player in the draft. Like, he seems like the reason I didn't draft him with the next 2 picks after number 1 overall is I don't know what he does at an elite level other than defense, and I'm not sure what the value of that is. It looks like a fringe average bat with plus power, defense, and speed. But he's our number 8 player in the draft. He's only 18. If the potential's good, room for development, right? So Rich Acevedo, and he's going to be tiny, which means he's going to be good. Rich Acevedo is our pick. Our next pick comes at 84. Alden Sanchez is still here, but we don't really know if he's good at all. So that's maybe somebody we don't even draft. Looking at some of the players off the board. I mean, we only have a minute to make the pick. We got to get in here. We could go with a pitcher. Oh, Elvis Padilla. 78 motivation to sign. He's draft rank 53. The potential looks like it could be potentially elite. Let's go Elvis Padilla. That seems to be a good value pick. Draft rank 114. We have him scouted 100%. Draft rank 53. He's 19. We got him at 84. That's good value. And if the potential's high, we're in business. Alden Sanchez is still here. Could just go Michael Augustine. He's our last guy scouted. Not ranked to draft rank 27. This is the guy. Michael Augustine. I don't like the way he's looking at me. And it looks like he's drooling out of the corner of his mouth. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. His eyes were like glazed shut. Michael Augustine, only 18 years old, is a Cardinal. Barack McCullough off the board. Back to back Baracks? What is this? The presidential election? Alden Sanchez is still here. Everyone that we've scouted is gone. And the only reason I added Sanchez is because potential in the overall looks really high, and we have him scouted a little bit. That'll be our guy. He's got a crazy beard. That looks reliever-esque. Alden Sanchez is a Cardinal. And then our last pick of the draft will be this one. Seth Johnson's got high potential. He's a switch-hitting catcher. He is 23, though. I don't love that. Who's got the highest potential? It's a lot of relievers at this point, and we just took 2 relievers. I'm not really feeling a reliever here. I'm looking for high potential. I'm not really seeing it. Let's go with the catcher. Let's go Seth Johnson. Fine. We need catchers in the organization anyway. He's a switch hitter. The potential could be high. It also could be not high at all. And that is our draft. And of course, we will save now. Fully true. Maybe it's just in the moment. But I feel like we did the best in that draft compared to any draft that we've had so far. How does Riley Greene fit into this team? He can play left and center. We have Weatherholt in left, but he could play the infield. I think it's Reinel's back out of the lineup. Riley Greene, DH, and Herrera back behind the plate. He's not a bad defender, but we're not going to DH, Weatherholt. I think that's just the call. Gorman's going to hit 5th. Beach probably 7th. Riley Greene's going to slide right into that 3 spot. Baez 6, Wynn 8, Scott 9. That is a pretty good lineup against right-handers. I don't love Riley Greene at DH, but it's just the best for the team right now, I would say. And then against lefties, Riley Greene's got to get back in there as well. It's going to push Reinel to the bench. Backup catcher. And Herrera, of course. And this is against lefties. I mean, Herrera, I don't mind it too. But I'm going to go, I'll Weatherholt, Herrera. Again, Riley Greene, cleanup. He's got to be near the top of the order. We'll go maybe against lefties. Baez, Gorman, Wynn. No, let's do Beach, Wynn, Scott. I don't mind that. Weatherholt's a bit cold right now, but he's had such a great season. He hits lefties well. I don't mind him in the 2 spot at all. He actually hits lefties a bit better than righties. Glaber's been awesome this year. He is regressing a bit against lefties, but improving against righties. He's a good player. We do have quite a few lefties, but I don't think it's anything crazy. It looks like a lot, but we're just playing our best guys. And our lefties can handle lefties. Gorman's got higher contact against lefties compared to right. Beach has 70 contact. Greene can handle lefties. Weatherholt has higher contact against lefties. We're going to be golden. We could DH Glaber and put Weatherholt at second. But we're not DHing Weatherholt. But you're saying Weatherholt to second, Glaber, DH, Riley Greene, and left. That might be our best defensive arrangement against lefties. Even against righties, we could just do the same thing. That's a good suggestion. Yeah, I don't mind that. All right. See what that looks like. So I'm asking the chat this, but I'm asking the video as well. So if you're watching this on YouTube after, let me know down in the comment section below. And we don't know how it's going to play out, obviously. So I'm not saying one way or another, but I'm just saying, scale of 1 to 10, how upset would you be if we didn't re-sign Riley Greene in the offseason? As Scott Blewett is living up to his last name, blowing every opportunity out at the bullpen in the minors. Chris Valdez raked in June, posting a .299 average and 77 at-bats while driving in 10 runs. Nick Rackett playing great. Quinn Matthews, hey, killing it at AAA. Bubich on fire. Some people are calling for Valdez to get called up. Ah, man, he's really making a strong case. Power against lefties is going down. Why? Oh, no, he's supposed to be a big slugger. He's got 940 OPS. 6 homers. He is kind of crushing it right now. He doesn't really even strike out that often. He's striking out a little bit. What's the strikeout rate? 18%. I don't think that's terrible. Walk percent at like 14. Greene right now is, I think, $23 million and is obviously a free agent at the end of the year. 23.3. It's 27 years old, though. I don't know. I'm excited to see what he can do with us. Obviously, I said this was going to be a crazy episode. I knew we were going to really try to make some moves. And, I mean, we have, right? I don't think you can ask much more of a team near the deadline than to do what we have done, which is go out and, you know, put yourself in a strong position to be competitive and put Roby back in the rotation. That's what we're doing. Cade is struggling a bit at AAA. McGreevy's still crushing it. How is Lucius Oliver doing? We moved him up to AA. His potential's bad, but he's good now. So he is getting worse. That's why potential matters. These guys are just never going to get better, unfortunately. But, all right. That is what it is. We approach the All-Star break. And we are in the Home Run Derby, potentially. Daikin Park, do we have anybody participating? I'm seeing a big lack of Cardinal logos. Lindor's in it as a Yankee. I mean, Acuna's here, and he's going to be a free agent. So if we were to lose Riley Greene, if Acuna makes it to free agency, we could potentially sign an MVP type of player. So we're going to simulate the Home Run Derby as we are not in it. But we do have players playing in the All-Star game. We have player lock, potentially. No. So, unfortunately, we do not have an All-Star starter. But we should see the actual All-Stars here. So, who's actually made it? Chris Bubich is on fire. He has 255,000 votes. I don't know if he's going to make it. Dude, Davis Martin is dealing with the Rockies? Okay. That's crazy. Surely we have guys out of the bullpen who are getting votes. Anthony Bonda's in there. I mean, our bullpen has been just really good. And I would almost bet anything that Mason Miller's near the top. So he's going to be an all-star for sure. Nearly the top vote getter. At catcher, Ivan Herrera is getting a lot of votes, but I don't know if he's going to end up making it in. I don't know. Is there a way to easily see it? 2026 and 2027 All-Star. This is 2028. So I don't know if he's in or not. I don't know if it tells you. I guess we can find out this way. No, so it doesn't show it yet. So I guess we'll see it later at some point. Dalen Lyle on fire. Hitting .319. Power's not great, but he's having a great year. J.J. Weatherholt is cold, but he's getting some votes at least. Victor Scott getting some votes. And then right field, it's like impossible to make it in. Baez is having a very good year, but yeah, he's got no chance. So, I mean, I guess we can see our roster. Mason Miller is an all-star. You can tell from the logo. But I don't know if anybody else is getting in. So we'll see, but nobody in the all-star game for us as the AL wins. Let's go ahead and check out the box. Can't even do it. Okay. We should have somebody playing in the futures game, though. I pretty much bet anything on that. Liam Doyle is the starter. They didn't pick Chris Valdez. We'll get in there with Liam Doyle. This is still one of the top prospects in the game. He's not handling the AAA transition very well. ERA at 6.75 and 9 1/3. 13 hits, 3 walks. Has only struck out 9. 9 strikeouts and 9 1/3 is pretty good, but when you've allowed 13 hits and 3 walks, it's less good. All right, Liam Doyle. Will you ever be an impact player for us in the majors? I really hope so. I really, really do. Fastball down the middle. Should be a can of corn there for the center fielder, but he keeps getting pushed back to the track. Wow. Loud out for Antonio Chavez. We'll see Jeff Madlock. This is a good opportunity to see some of the top prospects in the game. even though a lot of the ones that we would face in the division obviously are on our team, if they're playing in the game at all. I think Jeff Madlock is that like an Erie Seawolves helmet? This should be a tough play over at third. Cross the diamond. Nice pick at first, too. Wow, what a play. Xavier Isaac is a Rays prospect. He's got a base hit. I think it's a pretty well-located pitch. Isaac just stayed on it, hit it hard the other way in the hole. You got to know where you're pitching to. We're at Minute Maid or Daikin Park now. Crawford boxes over and left are not far away. So you don't really want to give these guys anything to pull. Big splitter gets the big strikeout. Back-to-back Durham Bulls, thankfully. Doyle was able to handle that one. We'll see Fernando Campillo. I remember thinking about drafting him early on, maybe in year one. I remember him as a prospect. I'm fairly certain. Pitches in there for a strike, 0-2. Good slider. But a lot of these guys just don't chase. They foul off pitches. I mean, it is Hall of Fame difficulty, so they're going to make you locate. They're going to make you throw a lot of pitches. And sometimes they're going to get fooled like anybody else. Fastball down the middle, maybe slightly up, and another strikeout. This one looking, as we'll see, Starlin Caba. Known more for his defense, but he does have some pretty good contact skills, even if the power is never there, as Doyle misses arm side with the heater. And again, let's get the cutter in for a strike. I mean, Caba's not going to beat us. If he does, it'll be something like that. Like, he does not have power. Strike three, cutter by him. Good pitch. And here is, well, top prospect for the Diamondbacks in real life, but I think he's wearing, is it a Rough Riders helmet? I think it's the AAA team Round Rock Express. It's for the Rangers, so he's in the Rangers organization now. I think it's a Round Rock Express. He'll pop out. All right, Doyle settled in here a little bit after some loud contact early. I don't know how much run he's going to have here in the Futures game. May only be 2 innings. But they were a good 2 innings. Rich Vargas is your player of the game as we went 6-2. He went 3 strong, struck out 5, allowed 3 hits. Danny Keller, who are you? 4 for 5 with a homer. Did we have any prospects play in this game at the plate? No. None. And we did just trade some away. I get that. And it was just Liam Doyle on the hill for us. But he had a great outing. Hopefully able to carry this performance against some of the top prospects in the game over into his actual AAA season. That's what we're hoping for. But no bats, which is quite different because we've had some top prospects in the past. And we still do, right? But Ryan Yell's up now, and he was someone that had played for us. Bryant Beach is up, and he was someone that had played for us in these games. Bernal may be out of the young prospect range at this point, even though he's our number 4 prospect. And then Chris Valdez, who is destroying at AAA, just unfortunately not getting the opportunity in this one. I'll give you guys the update on the top prospects because a lot has changed. The number 1 in baseball is the Dodgers' Jonah Eldridge. The rich get richer. 18 years old, outfielder out of Maryland with, I mean, big league power already, but is a work in progress. Elijah Milton, Andy Law, Derek Buckley, I think we just saw play in this game, and he was pretty good. Chris Valdez is the number 7 prospect in the game. Just for our organization, which is ranked 9th in baseball, got Chris Valdez, Liam Doyle and Kate Anderson at 2 and 3. Bernal, Jesus Baez, Jimmy Crooks, Ty Pete, Bryson Motts, Doug Marlin, and Chase Davis. Doug Marlin has C potential. and is not higher than A-ball right now, but is trending towards a 60 overall. Might end up getting some value. I do like Martin Moreno. His contact skills are quite good. Speed's pretty good. It's just everything else is not great. But we've traded away a lot of our high potential prospects. So we need this draft to be good because we just traded away a lot of the best prospects in the system. Ivan Herrera, 12-game hit streak. Riley Greene, in his Cardinal debut, I believe, maybe he had one game before the break, does have a homer. 3 RBIs in this one. We need Ivan Herrera to continue this hit streak. Team ERA is 4th. On base is sitting around 21st. That's not great. And we got to win, right? That's still at the top of the list. Yoel Peguero throws up to 102. When you throw it down the middle, it's so hittable. At 100, Herrera just grounds out. We just can't afford to lose games. We're up 6-4 after 2 in the 9th. Mason Miller is working. We need the save, Mason. We got the pop-up. Josh Baez ranging over, makes the play. Cardinals win. These are some of the games that we had lost previously. Mason Miller comes in, gets it done. Riley Greene, homers, player of the game. Homer for Mason Wynn. Homer for Josh Baez. These are the games you need to go out and win. They had 4 hits and 4 runs. That's bad for us. We had 12 hits and only 6 runs, which isn't terrible, but pitching needs to be better in that one for sure. And we'll have another opportunity. It's Mason Miller. 5-4 game. Bottom 9. Need him to come in and start dominating hitters. It's what he did in the first half of the season before we traded for him. He's got to do it again. Runner on first. Mason Miller, not exactly a double play type of pitcher. Ground ball to Mason Wynn. To Weatherholt. To Gorman. Double play. Bader just hit a fastball on the ground. Perfect result. All right, hey, we'll take it. He may not typically be a ground ball type of guy, but got one there is a big one. Slider just misses. Honestly thought about challenging that here in the 9th with 2 outs. Probably should have, even though it was a ball. Jung-Hoo Lee staying alive, fouling off 102. Very late, though. Let's see if he takes a stab at the changeup. We're going to challenge that. It's close enough. Call does stand, though. Just missed. Slider doesn't get him. You've got to challenge him here. 3-2. Fastball hit deep to right. Baez going back. Leaping. Cannot make the play. Oh, Lee's got decent speed. He's going to stay at second, though, and we're going to have to face Rafael Devers. It's not a great matchup, is it? Baez just couldn't make the catch. Fastball down the middle, strike 1. Let's locate that a bit better. Okay. We're aiming it a little bit too much right now. He's got to just throw it. Lagging a little bit. That's strike 2 on the changeup. Fastball up. Popped him up. Beach is underneath it. And Beach, unlike Baez, will make the catch. Can't intentional walk there to put the winning run on first base. And the tying run in scoring position. Any type of weak contact and you're in bad shape. Chris Bubich gets the win. 5 1/3, 8 hits, a walk, 3 earned runs, not great. Elliot Ramos had 2 homers in this game. But Riley Greene homers again. Ivan Herrera homered. And we managed to win a game where we only have 4 hits. Giants should take notes. Not exactly an intriguing offer. Cade Cavalli for Bernal. We got to keep him. Top 100 prospect. We got to keep him. As we win the series against the Giants, but don't sweep them. And we'll kick off a series still on the West Coast against the Angels. We've got our first chance to sign draft picks. David Duff already has motivation to sign. So slot value is 11.08 million. Weird way to say that. We're going to offer him 8.3. He was a 29th ranked prospect. We took him at 1. He has signed. David Duff will be a Cardinal. Good start. David Dooley has 71% motivation. Slot value is 2.76. I'll give you 2.91. And David Dooley is a Cardinal. And he just looks like a 90s reliever with the turtleneck and the sleeves. I mean, we have mostly pretty good motivation. Elvis Padilla has 78% motivation. Good value pick for us. He's decided to sign. And we're getting a lot of these guys under slot value. Rich Acevedo has decided to sign. Man, he's a little bit of a thing, huh? That's all right. I mean, we're killing it with these signings. Kevin Jacobs, we took maybe early, but he looks incredible. Offer him $2.81 million. He's declined that. We'll leave him in there. We'll offer Seth Johnson because we're here. We have money. Seth Johnson is a Cardinal. And we'll put Augustine in there as well. Although, we'll put in both of them for now. +1 motivation's not good, though. Let's take him out for right now. Okay, we'll reconsider in a few days. Nolan Gorman, 10-game hit streak. Riley Greene has homered again, by the way. He's going 1 for 4 in all these games. But he's homered in each of them, it seems. He's joined the Cardinals, and all he does is hit home runs.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Gorman does have a homer in this series. Ryan Zephyr-John on the hill. Gorman smokes it into an out. We are up 7-6, though. 10-7, top 8, bases loaded for Gorman. Trying to keep the hit streak alive against Silseth. Gorman 210 with runners in scoring position, but a hit here blows the game wide open. It's like a guaranteed win. And out, and it's still up in the air. Come on, Nolan. This will be home run number 20. Or it is a pop out in foul territory to end the scoring threat. Need to find a way to win. Mason Miller, bottom 9, 2 outs, 2-2 count. How about a strikeout? Strike 3. Christian Moore down looking. Mason Miller with another multi-inning save with a few strikeouts. Mason went 4 for 4. Riley Greene 2 for 5 with a homer, 4 RBIs. Yeah, I mean, I agree. We were talking about going out and trading for Lars Nootbaar. That would be cool. But I do think this lineup needed a star. And we got a star. Riley Greene is a star. We do have an offer here. Trade Bernal and get Tyler Mahle, Sir Anthony Dominguez, and Tyler Gilbert. It destroys our budget, but Mally's been very good. He's been very good. And then Sir Anthony Dominguez, but our bullpen's been very good, and he was not good in Rocky's franchise. I think I want to keep Bernal. And we might end up trading him later, but I want to have a little bit more financial freedom. I don't want the Dominguez contract. I don't want the Tyler Gilbert contract. So that's just where we're going to be on that. We will try and re-sign Kevin Jacobs. We have money, so I'm just going to offer him more money. And Kevin Jacobs, another little guy, is a Cardinal. Michael Augustine is a Cardinal. And it's just Alden Sanchez now, who, I mean, surely will be a Cardinal. So I'm excited about that. They've withdrawn the trade. That's fine. We've already traded with you, Detroit. It's okay. We've won 4 in a row. That was win number 60. Still can't sign Alden Sanchez yet, but you know what we can do? We can jump in against Brandon Sproat and player lock with the hottest hitter on this Cardinals team, Riley Greene. He's up to 22 home runs. He's hitting .288 on the season. And this is a good Brewer team, and it's a Brewer team we need to beat. They're trying to get this division. They're only a few games back. We need to beat the Brewers, the Pirates, really anyone in the division, but especially those two teams, every chance we can. Abel's been dominant lately. Love to hear about that. This was someone we traded for early in the series. He's been up and down. Definitely has had some downs, unfortunately. But last two starts, 10 innings. 8 Ks, 1 walk, ERA at .9, whip at .7. He's not allowing base runners. Hopefully that trend continues. Cheesy Panda, what's going on? Thanks for the prime. Brandon Sproat on the hill. Weatherholt leads off of first. He's got a 1,400 OPS over his last 3. Riley Greene's been absolutely locked in. Killing it as a Cardinal. Slugging .528 overall. That's a hanger, and Riley Greene's got more extra bases. Shoots that one into the gap. Weatherholt could score. He's chugging around third. Here's the throw home. We're going to stay at 2. Weatherholt scores easily. Riley Greene with an RBI double, his 24th two-bagger of the season. He just hits it where it's pitched, not trying to do too much, just doing enough. Herrera's brought his average up to 265. The ball's in the dirt, but blocked. We're going to head back to second base. Come on, Herrera, hit us in. I mean, Brandon Sproat's on the hill, ERA over 5. This is a guy we got to get to. Herrera's hitting .325 over a pretty significant sample.
There you go. Stand up. Stand up.
Grounds out. Does advance Riley Greene to third, but he probably scores on a base hit anyway. And Nolan Gorman's not exactly the singles type. But I would take one here. He's made contact, but flies out to right. But Riley Greene's been awesome so far. He'll have a chance in the field. Cody Clemens, big fly ball threat. Just going to drop in front. It will. Man. All right. That is what it is. We were able to keep him off the board. Riley Greene hits here in the third. He's homered in 3 consecutive. How about 4? Damn, Sproat is just hanging these breaking balls. That was a decent pitch. And that thing was smoked. It's going to be a line out. Riley Greene all over it. 115 off the bat. Straight to right field. He's a big-time hitter, though. Is this Riley Greene's ball? I guess it is. He cuts it off in the gap. Holds him to a single. That's a fine result, really. And Brandon Sproat's still in the 6th. We haven't really got to him.
Ball, that's low.
That's frustrating. ERA over 5. Lineup's been hot. He slowed us down as Greene grounds out. Had an up and down day at the plate. Had some good swings. That one was certainly the worst of the group. And this is crunch time. Top 9. We scored 1 run the entire game. Riley Greene, lefty-lefty. We would probably need at least a gapper to have a chance at scoring Glaber from first. Not exactly known for his speed. And with only 1 out, it's not like he's going to be moving on contact. This could be a double play to end the inning. Good pitch. That's exactly what it is. So the home run streak in all likelihood comes to an end. Mason Miller. We've had traffic on the bases every time we've seen him. But with 2 strikes, I think we know what happens next. Ooh, fly ball. Going to stay in the infield. Weatherholt underneath. And that is another Cardinals win. We're cooking. We are cooking. Kyle Leahy, 3 innings. No earned runs. So, he's doing enough. And our last draft pick is signed. Alden Sanchez will be a Cardinal for better or for worse. As we look to get into August. I mean, we don't even have to stop simulating. Chris Bubich, shutout. He keeps it. Bryant Beach with a homer. Let's see the at-bat. Let's see it. Let's see what he's got. Beach is already homered in this game. How about a walk-off? How sick would that be? I would be in favor of that. Come on, Beach. Ooh, that fastball stays in the zone. Just barely, but not the pitch we want to drive. Beach ball is going crazy in the chat.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Come on, Bryant. I know it's raining, but you can still have fun at the beach. It's wet there anyway. 3-1. Mason Wynn on deck. And that is a 5-pitch walk. Beach takes first. Francona comes out to get the pitcher. And we've really got a chance to win it. Porter Hodge into the game. Mason Wynn. You can do it. Maybe Bryant Beach changed his number from 13 to 12. Huh. That's interesting. All right, do we go hit and run here? Is that crazy, 0-2? Contact swing and shoot the other way! Base hit! Mason Wynn shoots it the other way. Runners on the corners now. 1 out. Victor Scott just needs to make contact. Come on, Victor. Ooh, nuke from Victor Scott would be crazy here. We don't need all that, though. Ooh. Maybe the regular swing is not the move. Just put it on the ground. Come on, Victor. Oh, that's the pitch. The bunt always ends bad with Victor Scott. And he strikes out.
Up next for the Cardinals, designated hitter.
It's a very good pitch. Dude, it's all sweepers all the time. We're going to send the runners in motion. That's dangerous, and now it's 0-2. Glaber's got 2 hits today. I need to get out of this double play. Good timing contact swing. Glaber can't put it in play. He does put this one in play, though, and that should end it. Safe at the plate. Bryant Beach, the game-winning run. Glaber does just make contact. And Glaber wins it for us. Bryant Beach will go back to 13. Trust me. We got some numbers to change around. But that is an awesome walk-off win. Baez with a homer. Mason Wynn also a homer. We know Beach went yard in this game. And Glaber with a 3-hit day, including the game-winning RBI. Trade offer at the deadline. We could bring back Dustin May and his ridiculously bad contract. Colby Allard and Angel Zerpa for Bernal. No. It's the trade deadline. We're not going to stop simulating. Oh, you withdrew the offer I wasn't going to accept? That's okay. I mean, we're on a bit of a skid. We've lost 3 in a row. But 66 and 47, that's in good shape. Got some contract extensions to consider. And We will end the episode by viewing the draft picks. David Duff. He's an 81 overall. David Duff has 99. Look at the potentials. David Duff is generational. 81 overall. 99 potential. The bat can play right now. The defense and speed is questionable, but the power right now is good. The contact right now is good. The discipline's good. He's going to be durable. Kevin Jacobs looks good as well. 75 overall, but only 75 potential. That's not amazing. David Dooley, 93 potential. He is 22 years old. 84 potential on Acevedo. 98 on Ellis Padilla. I thought his name was Elvis. Is it not? Maybe it's not. Well, he's not great, but he's got A potential. He's got 98. 86 for Augustine is actually very good. 76 on Alden Sanchez, but he's 67 overall right now. Seth Johnson, 91 potential. Steal of the draft. All right, that's a pretty good draft haul for us. I mean, this is the best draft class I've ever had. And a few of these were just kind of guesses. We got very lucky with Ellis Padilla. I guess we got very lucky with David Duff. Jacobs was unfortunately what we thought he would be, but he's ready to make an impact right now. Padichuk, we kind of dodged the bullet. He's not that good. Low overall, low potential. Rosario is pretty good. Jonah Padilla looks incredible as a closer already. He's ready to go. 78 overall. Not a great draft class for the Dodgers. 95 potential for Jimmy Sierra. Man, what a class here for the Orioles. Milt Perry, 88 potential down the board. Yankees did okay. Darius Strawberry, okay, 87 potential. 74 overall. Yeah, he is really good. But in the end, I think you have the number 1 overall pick. You got to draft for higher potential. And we did. Man, Darius Strawberry. I almost wish I don't because we had a generational guy, I guess. But shortstop, second base, and third base, very different from left field, first base. I think I'd prefer the guy we got, obviously. But I still wish we had Darius Strawberry. Chavez I liked. He looks pretty good, actually. Potential's not crazy high. 90 potential Trevor Nielsen. Willie Adams. Damn, I wish we would have seen him. 91 potential. That would have been better than the center fielder who we got, unfortunately. Greg Roman was pretty good. Something you don't hear too often nowadays. But, all right, hey, pretty good episode. Pretty good episode, I would say. Oliver Wagner, 89 potential. He's pretty good right now. And then Lance J, 92 potential. Another really good first baseman in the division. But, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. We crushed the draft. Obviously, our draft's going to look better than the other teams around the league, but it looks better by a lot. We replenished the farm system in a big way. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to come by for the Twitch because we have the playoff push in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.